Hey, thanks for joining me for this video. I'm real glad to have Mike Sweigart with me. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, Sid. Thanks for having me on.
So, Mike, real quickly, why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you do, and the community that you work with and serve?
Sid, my name is Mike Sweigart. I've been in the commercial office space for a long time. My background includes not only commercial lighting, but also on the commercial furniture side, working for reps that sold Hayworth and Herman Miller.
Okay, great. And what do you do today, Mike?
Currently, I consult a lot in that world. A lot of the commercial flooring, commercial movers, commercial lighting, commercial furniture, and I help them communicate with their end user through digital strategies, through email strategies, and through video and content.
Okay, awesome. So Mike is, we have a lot in common, know a lot of the same people, and Mike and I are both super active on LinkedIn, and we use LinkedIn every day as a tool in our businesses. And so Mike recently wrote a book called Great at LinkedIn, and this is it. I think you can find it on Amazon, right, Mike?
You sure can. Thanks, Ed.
So what I've been talking to Mike's going to join me on my podcast in a few weeks, and we're going to dive into more about LinkedIn. But to support those of you that are indeed looking for a job right now, I was having a conversation with Mike the other day, and he said something that has really resonated with me, which is LinkedIn is your new resume. And so I want to talk about that, and we're just going to kind of let the conversation go. So Mike, share with everybody why you feel that LinkedIn is your new resume today.
I love LinkedIn, and you said you do a great job. You've done a great job for a long time on LinkedIn. You were such a pioneer when you were doing your first solo videos. I was so proud of you when you were doing those, because they were just, you found good lighting in your house and you did these great videos. Super. Really, you really were. Great job.
Well, thank you. They were quite jinky or junky in the very beginning, but there you have it. So we got better.
But that gets back to what we're talking about. It's genuine and it's a connection. So I feel, and if LinkedIn is done properly, it's a great opportunity for people to allow more of their personality and passion to come through this digital platform that maybe you can't do on a CV, or just, forwarding your resume and 2 pages of where you've worked and how you worked. LinkedIn is so powerful for you to embed things, and most people don't even know how to use this tool.
Okay.
And there's some things we could probably talk about today to help everybody.
That's great. So what do you think, let's talk about the platform for just a minute. What are the 3 or 4 best components of LinkedIn as a platform that are beneficial to job seekers and to individuals as well?
Well, we can do this. I don't think it's very PC to include your picture in a general resume that you send to people. That's probably seen as really cheesy. Maybe back in the 80s or 90s it was done. I think I remember back when I was in college late 80s and early 90s. And I think I remember seeing some resumes where there were pictures, but that's not, but you can do that on LinkedIn.
Right.
If anybody's listening and anybody ever said people don't judge a book by the cover, that's not true. People do judge books by their cover. And this is your chance. So that's 1, your profile picture and background picture. Okay. Number 2, your tagline. A lot of times people confuse their current title with where they should be putting a tagline. And the next one is in the about or featured sections. These are times where you get to tell your story and your passion. And also in the featured section that LinkedIn has, great place to put testimonials, videos, screenshots or portfolio pictures that you can actually embed on your LinkedIn. So there's 3 right there.
All right. So actually, let's talk about those for a minute. So you started with personality and passion, and letting your personality and passion come through in your LinkedIn profile. And that's kind of how you started the big picture. And then you broke down 4 things that I wrote down. The first one is picture. Okay. So let's talk just straight up about the profile picture, because you see all different types of pictures. You see black and white, you see selfies, you see people with baseball caps on and sunglasses. And then the one that I love the most is the blank one with no picture. So what's the importance of having a quality profile picture on LinkedIn?
You're asking a great question. And in different places, other than the blank one, those might be perfect for the market that you're talking to. So,
Okay.
think about your audience, right? Ideally, the psychology of it is the perfect picture is almost what you and I are doing on these shots right here, sort of from the chest plate up, framed out this way.
Just be sure to sit upright with your shoulders
Yeah, I mean,
back so you don't
but if you think about,
slouch.
well, the neuroscience of it is that people feel a connection because you're inside. We could do another talk on where people feel comfortable, different people, but when you talk about being in someone's space, sort of from the chest plate up here, we feel, and anybody that's watching this right now, hopefully they feel like we're in their space versus if we were kind of, if I was back here.
Point well taken. So
right?
You really want it to be from about chest up of who you are, so they see a little bit of the background. So you have an opinion about selfie versus professional photograph? I mean, give me your thoughts about that.
Yeah, oftentimes you don't necessarily need don't go to glamour shots unless you're a real estate agent on Rodeo Drive. I guess don't go to glamour shots.
Sure.
A lot of times you can have, like, if it's a beautiful day. I mean, we're talking to each other in spring of 2020, and it's a great time. You could probably go outside. I'm in Georgia. We've got azaleas and dogwoods and cherries blooming. There's all kinds of great things blooming here. So could I go outside and get a nice picture with good lighting? What we want to do is really try to show who you are. Like if you're Sid, you and I, knew each other back in, AIS Hayworth time, and you're a very warm, engaging, friendly person. If your profile picture on LinkedIn was like your high school football picture,
stoic, and
not cool.
Yeah,
no, I want Sid.
and
think about that. Like I want to know, because here's the thing is, we're trying to get anyone that's coming to our landing page to get engaged below the fold. Right. So we're trying to earn the right to get below the fold. So as we look at our background picture and our profile picture and our tagline, those are our 3 shots to earn that right.
Okay. So profile picture, make it a good one, chest up, make it be authentically you, your personality. You don't have to get a professional photographer to do it, but use a good camera. I mean, honestly, today you could use your iPhone. Just have somebody take it for you, maybe take it in the profile mode or something like that. So it's good, better quality. So the second one was the background pic. And I like this a lot. So what should be there and what is that space actually for?
So it's very, it can very much so move. So if I'm a architect, right, I've got a couple architecture firms that I consult with on a national basis for their LinkedIn. And what you want to do is if I'm an architect, it might be a great project that we did, or just a layout, or it's a picture of me working hand in hand with a client, right? I'm trying to show collaboration. Reverse engineer the message you want to get across. Right? If you're a job seeker, you want to see, maybe I want a picture of me working in a team, presenting to a team, out there talking. I mean, I'm painting a picture with this, Sid. That's really what we do with our background picture. And you get to establish what I like to call likable authority.
Okay. So let me throw out an example here. So if you're a job seeker and you're looking for a job in the furniture business or the carpet business, you don't want your profile, you don't want your background picture to be of you playing golf.
No, I'd love for it to be me. If you're trying to get a job with Noel, I want a picture of you sort of maybe around the womb chair. Doesn't Noel do the, or, obviously if you are now, granted, if you want to work for Miller or Steelcase, maybe you don't want the womb chair in your picture,
This is true, right?
But as we look at it, right, could it be a picture of you, obviously collaborating with a client? Maybe a picture of you speaking, if there was ever a time that you were ever up on stage. Again, we're trying to establish, what am I hiring? What type of person am I getting? Is it someone that really engages with the community, or is it someone that's very standoffish and doesn't like being in front of customers?
All right. So I'll kind of rephrase that. Make it something relevant to who you are in the industry that you're trying to work in. And if it's got you in it, it's even better because it shows some authority of the type of work that you do, whether it's collaboration or speaking or presenting or something like that. So make it tie into, your headshot. All right. The third thing you said was tagline. So let's talk about this one because I think I even screw this one up a lot, right? What should the tagline say?
Okay, there's two different angles here you can do, and they're both right. But if you just start with this little exercise, if there's only one thing you take away from this presentation with Sid, please, please, please follow these two strategies. Okay, one is provide X to Y through Z. That's number one. That's what we're going to talk about. And then number two is I help X achieve Y so they can do Z.
So first off, I love this simplicity of what you just said. And so I'm going to repeat the first one, and I didn't get the second one written down, so I'm asking you to repeat it. So the first one you said was, I provide X to Y through Z. So X is a blank you fill in, Y is a blank you fill in, and Z is a blank you fill in. So say the second one again. I help X.
Okay. I help X achieve Y so they can do Z.
So they can do Z. Okay, great. So I'm a job seeker. Those are great tips and a great format. And I love frameworks. It's simple, fill in the blanks. And LinkedIn only gives you so many character spaces there too. So if you're a job seeker, do you say in that tagline, I'm looking for work or I'm unemployed?
No.
Okay, thank you.
No, don't do that. If there's anybody listening to that, do not say currently seeking new opportunities. Do not say out on the market. Do not say that. Establish the value that you provide to your marketplace. I provide extraordinary creativity. I provide great leadership skills. I provide this. I provide problem-solving skills. I provide creative selling tactics to the commercial furniture space through the use of my 25 years of experience, through the use of my over $70 million in sales. Right. That's what you're doing, guys. Okay. I don't want somebody that's desperately seeking Susan. I want someone who literally recognizes the challenge as a skill set and can take me there. That's what we do, Sid. We have to.
So I love the passion of what you talk about it, right? Don't put, I'm looking for a job, I'm unemployed. Put, as you said, establish the value you provide. That's just, guys, that is rock solid gold that Mike just dropped right there. All right, so the fourth one, the about and feature. So let's talk about that for a minute. Tell me what your thoughts are.
Really powerful. When you go into now we've earned the right. So we have an awesome background picture, a very engageable profile picture. I've got a tagline that gets me going, all right, what's this person all about? Now I actually have to scroll at this point, right? You did everything right. You got them to come to your site. Now you got them scrolling up. Now what are they going to see? They really don't care that much about your experience or where you went to college. What they really want to do is, what did you do, right? What did you actually do? And if maybe you don't have a portfolio picture of a job that you did for Microsoft, but it was a Microsoft job, this is okay. I'm going to tell you some hacks you can do. Put a picture of the Microsoft headquarters, and then underneath it, you can put in your message. I was very involved with over 300,000 square feet of Microsoft workspace strategies or workspace solutions, okay? Because that's what we're doing now in the featured. We're putting portfolio pictures, screenshots of kind emails that you've gotten from clients. This is how you embed testimonials in. You don't have to necessarily call somebody up and say, hey, will you give me a reference? You can literally just take it, do a screen snapshot, and embed that into your featured section.
That's great.
Because now if I'm looking to hire somebody, I'm putting all this in. When I say LinkedIn is your new resume, Sid, it's so important. Now I'm down here and I go, I got a screenshot. They've been involved in, nice Class A spaces, Class B, industrial, warehouse. You could put so many things in there. If there's a video of any jobs that you've ever been a part of, that somebody did a drone fly through and they put it up on YouTube, you can link that video into your featured section of projects that you've been a part of.
That's great.
Guys, this is the power of it.
So
it's a million times better than your resume.
So what you're saying is you don't claim that I did this, like I furnished Microsoft's corporate headquarters, but you say that I was part of the team or I participated in actively designing the blah, 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 blah for Microsoft with a screenshot or an image of Microsoft's corporate headquarters. So basically what you're doing, and I love how you just draw the parallel to the resume, you're telling people in this feature section what you've been doing and the impact that you've had and the roles that you've played very easily without them having to read through a 2-page resume. Yeah, that's pretty powerful. So I have a couple of other questions because we're about 15 minutes in. So I want to make sure we keep these short for everybody that's watching them. But so far, you've just like tons of amazing value. You mentioned this just a second ago, but if you're a job seeker, do you go out there and tap your community for recommendations? Please recommend me. Please give me a referral. I mean, 10 years ago, that used to be a really big thing, but is it a thing today that people you could send somebody and say, please recommend me? Should you do it?
Are we talking about the recommendations through the LinkedIn platform?
Yeah, the thing at the bottom, LinkedIn.
Yeah. I like that, but it's a very much so a nice to have.
Okay.
Not a really. No, it's really not, because now we're able to, if the page is built properly, right? Because if you think about it, and people listening here, obviously you're probably somewhere in the sales world, right? So we're trying to build somebody from curiosity to likability to trust, right? That's sort of one of the big, great funnels that we live in, right? So what we're doing when I talk about it happens even before they get to your LinkedIn page, right? What did you do to build curiosity that someone is now coming into your LinkedIn page? So can you get them into the likability part while they're on your page? Right. And yes, of course, a really nice reference from someone in the industry is really nice to have. But also, it might be easier for you to go back through your emails and find someone that said, hey, Sid, I really loved working on this job, man. Your team hit it out of the park.
Sure.
And I can screenshot that. That's okay. And if it came in a text, screenshot that too. This is where, if you put enough things in your featured section, Sid, you can pop those in there. Okay. And people start, and it just carousels through. It's so easy to get through these things.
So I got to go update my feature section because it's not updated like that. So I'm going to work on that today. But what you just said, you started out with below the scroll, right? You want people to scroll down to learn more about you and see more about you. So curiosity, likability, and trust. So build curiosity, then likability, and then trust, and get people to scroll and look. All right. So my second question is, you talked about not putting the I'm looking for a job in the title, but I have seen people post that, or people put a new job that they're currently looking for work as where their job would be. So they left their previous employer, and then they put a new job, currently unemployed or currently looking for work. What do you feel about that?
That I like that strategy.
Okay.
Because now I'm down there because I see this person, someone referred me. I mean, our business is not that big. If we're in the commercial furniture space, you got manufacturer, you got rep, you got dealers. Guys, it's not that big. Odds are, if you're working your network, you should have a LinkedIn URL that you're very proud of, that you're saying to, like, if I'm looking for a job, I'm calling up Sid and I'm going, hey, Sid, look, I'm on the market. I'm really looking for a mid-sized company that does this, this. If you know anybody, here's my LinkedIn URL. Will you send it to them, or maybe we can make an introduction? Like, that's what we're doing in this 2020 job search. I'm trying to get them to go there. Now, when they scroll down and they get to what your current job is, my current job is, I'm trying to find the next great company that I can go crush it for.
Sure. Love that. I love that. That's awesome. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is, making sure that you're doing your homework, right? You're doing your research. And so I'm going to say this to everybody that's listening to this or watching this video right now. If you've applied for a job, or you're thinking about applying for a job, or your name has been passed to somebody, don't ever think that person hasn't checked you out. Don't think the first place they're not going to look for you is on LinkedIn. And that is your business card. It is your calling card. It is your resume. You said in the very beginning, Mike, it's your one shot. to get them and grab them. So if you're in the job market and you don't have a stellar LinkedIn profile, you need to go build it. You need to start getting engaged, right? And if you need to learn how to get great at LinkedIn, get Mike's book. It's like $14 or $19. I forget what I paid for it on Amazon. Guys, it's a super easy read. If you're uncomfortable or not sure what to do, go get it, become great at it, because it is your calling card, because people are going to check you out before they ever talk to you. They're going to Google you. They're going to go to LinkedIn. They're going to go to Facebook or Instagram, depending on your age, and they're going to look for you before you ever have the first conversation. Don't underestimate the power of social media to influence and guide your career, right?
Spot on, Sid. 100%,
Yeah.
brother.
Sorry, I feel like I was preaching there.
I love it.
Because I get super fast because people just don't think that, oh, they're not going to look at mine. So the bottom line with this is get in the game, get it updated, get engaged. If you are serious about looking for a job, LinkedIn is where you should be hanging out, right, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. And have something that you're it's very easy for you to say, hey, you don't have to forward my resume. If they want it, we can go down that road, but have something that you're very proud of your URL. You know, that's your, basically it's your mini website, your job searching personal website.
So Mike, great value today. A ton of really amazing information. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you being here, Mike. Look forward to having you back on the podcast sometime real soon. Any parting tips, encouragement, words, wisdom you'd like to share with people watching this video?
You know what? It has a lot to do with your mindset and your consistent passion. You know, I like what you even said there at the end. If your new job is finding the next great company and you're constantly thinking about that, that's going to take you so far, and that positivity is going to take you so far. So build likable authority with your site and go find a great company.
And stay positive, guys, and good luck to you. Hey, Mike, if our community of people watching this want to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Have them to find me on LinkedIn, Mike Sweigart, Sweigart. And you can find me. Use mine. Look at mine. Look at what I'm doing. I'm constantly updating it. I'm constantly improving it. Look how I use the feature. Look how I use the about. Really, it's a great platform just to look and see what I'm doing, because I'm probably doing a lot of things right.
That's great, Mike. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon. Okay, take care. Good luck to you.